Hi second channel. First of all, I don't want to hear about any of you from the lighting in this video. For some reason, this apartment at nighttime, whenever I don't have one of the lamps on, oh, maybe that'll be a better choice actually, lighting the room like this. Maybe we'll do something like this. I don't know, the lighting in this apartment can be really weird once we enter this time period of the year whenever it's dark, because the apartment is mostly lit by like orange lights and I hate it. Okay, anyway, this is so besides the point. Okay, I want to see if this looks any better. Absolutely worse. Okay, we're just gonna keep it all. Okay, so hi. I just wanted to do a little update for you because I know that a lot of people were very concerned about the girls, which I really appreciate it that people cared, because I made a video recently talking about the fact that my dogs came back from the dog sitters and they were absolutely covered in fleas and covered, even whenever I'm looking at them right now, like my instinct is to just look at them again because I've been living in a hell for the past couple days and they have as well. Like I don't even want to complain, it's been them. It's been them. We've been sore. But anyway, I do want to have a conversation talking about what happened, what I learned, what I'm doing, how I got past it, just different things that have been happening in the apartment because it has really been an interesting few days. Now, there was once in the past I have dealt with my animals having a flea outbreak, and this was actually a situation that was, I know I don't talk about it a lot, but do you remember the house that I got? That was one of the main things in which I quickly moved from there to the apartment again, was because that house very quickly I discovered had an outburst of fleas in it, and then it wasn't safe to keep the dogs in there, and then I didn't want to live there because the dogs weren't there, so it was a mess situation, and the reason I never talked about it was because it was an absolute nightmare, and it took a year or 2 years of paperwork to try sort out what my final decision with that house was. But anyway, that was the only time I've ever dealt with it before, and it was an absolute nightmare back then. I've actually never been that stressed out in my life before because it was something so much bigger than an apartment. It was the house, and it was every single one of the animals, and the reason that started was because that the house had fleas to start with. So this situation was that my dogs went to a dog sitter, and I assumed that their house or their animals or something had fleas. I'm gonna get some hand sanitizer because I'm seeing this bottle. My hands are really warm right now, and I know this is really cold. That's the only reason I'm putting it on. Yes, it's like a nice sensation. So, yeah, I can only assume that either their house or their animals had fleas, and the dogs were covered, and I then discovered that the same situation had happened, that it had then been passed on to the cats for the hour that they were running about the apartment, and it was on my furniture, and it was an absolute nightmare, and it has been a nightmare, and I've been getting so stressed about it, and it's awful, because when your animals are sick, there's nothing worse, and they're in pain, and it's... So, I took a few days of... I had to post that Nick video on my main channel, because I had already said I was going to do it, but other than that, I really wasn't working, because I have just been making sure that I'm on top of this, because this is my priority, they are my priority, way over filming videos, sorry, health as well. So yeah, I've been really spending the past few days just with the animals, trying to sort that out, and I mean, it has been a stressful kind of come down, if you will, from like the amazing New York trip and coming back and immediately being slapped with dealing with this, but it's the reality of having pets, and I did just want to show you the girls, because it was them that were affected. The cats only had like dirt on them because they had been treated recently, and so nothing was really sticking on them, so it was only the dogs that were really affected in this, and so thankfully I can confirm, not to jinx anything, but they are completely treated, they have nothing on them anymore, and I'm really fucking proud of myself that I was able to do that, because again, I had to bathe them with the comb and picking off, and it was so fucking disgusting. But anyway, we got through it, and then treatment, and thank you to the vets, Pets at Home Hove as well, really saved my ass with all this. So there have been many different things going on in my apartment recently, including the vets giving me this spray, which completely like kills anything that's in your apartment. And if people have dealt with having fleas on their animals before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is Indirex. This is really strong stuff. So I've then been having to like quarantine the animals in like different rooms whenever I'm treating this room because this is the only one that they were in at that time. Full mess, right? And then the vets had given me like a flea bomb, and there was just so many things happening within the past few days. And I'm so glad to confirm that I'm on the other side of it. And whenever this had happened with the house, I flew my dad from Ireland to come help me because I couldn't do it on my own. So this time I had to do it on my own because he's working full time, and I was able to do it, and I'm really proud of myself, and I'm just more so happy that the girls are healthy again. So here we literally have Bonbon right down here. Hello, Bonnie. Oh, and immediately she gets excited and gets up. Sorry, these cardboard cutouts still here is so bizarre to me. Oh, there she goes with her New York toys. This is her Empire State Building toy, which she loves very, very, very much. I love her so much. And then we have Dolly, infamously with her tennis ball is the only thing that she enjoys. Hello, girl. Hello, girl. Hello, girl. So yeah, she literally has the tennis ball while Bonnie has the new toy from New York. Hi, Dolly. Hello. You feeling better? You feeling better? Oh, and your tennis ball. Gimme, 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 gimme. So, anyway, that is me showing you them because so many people really wanted to know if they were doing okay. Come here. So, was doing all that treatment, and can we stay off the sofa though? See, even like I'm still getting stressed about them being on furniture, even though I know everything's been cleaned. It's just like I don't want to go through it. Come on, let's stay off the sofa. It's almost as if she fucking knows that that's like the one place I don't want her to be right now. If I take the tennis ball and throw it, she'll get off. Okay, let's get off the sofa. Thank you, sweetie. I wish you could like explain to them that, you know, there's like for a reason that. Seriously, like it's the one fucking place that it's like stressing me out that she's going to, because as much as I know this apartment's clean, I still have a mental block of me being terrified of my furniture for the past few days. Please, I really don't want you to just stay off the sofa, please. Please. So yesterday, I actually had professional cleaners come into the apartment to completely make sure everything was clean. They vacuumed down everything. They basically deep cleaned all the furniture and everything so that I felt comfortable and that the animals felt comfortable again, and it just is such a relief, but still, it's like I get really stressed whenever I see her on the furniture, and it makes me angry that this is all stemmed from me paying someone who's a qualified pet sitter £1,000 to look after my dogs for 10 days. Like, I paid all that money to have my animals go through hell and back. Like, you just can't trust anyone. Something that I've started doing, which I really enjoy, and I 100% got the idea from the Kardashians because they have jars of, like, peanut butter cups or, like, Oreos or stuff like that. So I decided I don't really eat that many, like, sweets. I love a pickle, and that's it. Like, that's my form of, like, snack. And a bit of popcorn here and there. But I made this it's all of my cat's favorite treats. So it's like 10 different bags of 10 different things, all in this, and I kind of shook it around. And it's really easy, and it's also nice to display for just opening it and giving them a treat. And then, likewise, for the dogs one, and these ones are a lot more bulky and stuff like that, and it's really, you know, they're enjoying all of that. But I just have to tell you that, like, oh my god, being on the other side of this now, with knowing that they're all healthy again, it's like there's nothing like it. And can I please just say thank you so much to every single person, sorry I'm just packing away my stuff, every single person who commented asking if the dogs were okay, asking if the cats were okay, like asking, you know, it meant so much because it really was something that I needed to get on top of really quickly, so I had to like immediately sort it out, so I really wasn't posting about it. So whenever I did that video the last day, it was something that I wanted to do to like let you know that I'm currently really fucking smashed on my shit, dealing with it, and I don't want it to be seen as I just came back from my trip and, you know, I'm going off the internet, but I really did just want to make sure that they were safe before I moved on. Okay, here is Milo. He's currently under the dying tree. He's sitting there. I got them little bell collars. I know you really can't see it, but it's really cute, and I can also hear where they are. Dolly, please. I can also hear where they are at all times, which is really great. So here we have Milo. I don't think I'm gonna get him to look up or act engaged in any way, to be honest. There you can see him. You can see his little bell a little bit. He's so grumpy looking. Yeah, look at his little bell. Look at his little bell. Isn't it so cute? Okay, the girls are jumping on me right now. Are you not getting enough attention? Are you not getting enough attention? Do you need more attention? I also built these new 2 tables yesterday. What do we think about them? I've replaced my white furniture that my landlord has given me. And I'm also working on my apartment. So these have brown coverings coming, and I have a brown rug that's gonna go, hello sweeties. I have a brown rug that's gonna go right here as well. So I'm very much so decorating the apartment right now. I feel like I'm always decorating the apartment, but I really do mean it this time. And the difference this time is that I have now signed a long-term agreement contract. So it's kind of in my best interest that I really love my space. So I'm devoting a lot of time to what kind of things do I enjoy and what do I want in my apartment. And I guess I would love to ask you, like, what are things that make you feel at home in your space, wherever you live, whatever your situation is. So for me, genuinely, that is something that is not in my apartment right now, but I'm very excited because it's coming tomorrow, and I'm going to do a video putting this all up. My Christmas tree is arriving tomorrow, which I'm very excited for. I'm actually going to move this setup into my bedroom for a bit because I just want to sit down in my chair. My back's hurting. Imagine having back pain at 20. Pathetic. Okay, so my Christmas tree is arriving tomorrow, which is very exciting. I have ordered a traditional-esque 6-foot Christmas tree that has like fake snow on it and I think has like chestnuts on it. And I'm going for a red bauble, green bauble, gold bauble theme this year, which I think is kind of like a traditional Christmas tree. I've never done that before. I've always done like multicolor, or I've done like all white Christmas tree. So I really want to go to like the roots of like what I deem Christmas as in terms of the traditionalness of decorations. Also, in the past, I've decorated my bedrooms, or even last year I decorated my apartment for Christmas. But I never kept all this stuff, and I would always buy like a really cheap... Oh my god, someone's speeding on their car right there. Be safe, please. I always bought like really cheap shit for Christmas. Like, I mean, stuff that would like fall apart by the time Christmas would even come around. So this year, I'm trying to make it my priority to get Christmas decorations that not only I love, but will last. Because, so whenever I go home for Christmas, and we put the Christmas decorations up, you know, it's like a couple bags in the attic. And it's like Christmas decorations that you put up every single year. And then, it, you know, there's memories attached with different things. And you see them every year. And it's like, I've never had that on my own because I've only lived, you know, 2 years. I've only lived 2 years. I've lived on my own 2 years. So I thought that this is the year to do it. So whatever Christmas decorations I'm going to get this year are stuff that I'm going to put away after Christmas. I know that sounds so stupid and like, oh yeah, of course you would put it away and use it next year. But because it was always cheap shit that was falling apart, I always threw it out, which again is wasteful and just like may as well just create memories with things and, you know, put money into it. So I'm very excited. I'm going to keep this Christmas tree, and I have warm white lights instead of like white lights because I don't like white lights. I like, you know, like warm things when it comes to the Christmas trees. I think the white lights on Christmas trees are just a bit too intense, and the warmness makes it feel homey to me. So me and my friend Christian are going to go to Harrods in London. We don't have a date for it yet, but I'm almost considering doing it like tomorrow or the next day or something. Well, I can't do tomorrow because the Christmas tree is coming. So maybe like Friday or Saturday. Friday or Saturday or Monday, Tuesday or something like that. Where I'm going to go to London and meet up with him. And again, we're going to go to Harrods, and they have like Christmas decorations there. It's a very expensive shop, and, you know, Selfridges as well, like a different district. Like, it's very expensive in London. So I obviously wouldn't buy a lot, but if I went and got, you know, like a couple, you know, Santa statues or like a couple like reindeer things, or, you know, only like a couple things, and then, you know, I can go to other shops and get other things, and then I'll remember I got that in Harrods with my friend Christian in this year, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff, I think I'm going to make a priority this year. I think I've also realized that I want to prioritize my mental state whenever it comes to December and the end of the year. Again, we talked about this in the last video, which is like end of the year can be rough. So I'm definitely trying to put my best effort to make my own traditions this year, which will keep me inspired and keep me feeling fulfilled in a way, the same way I would whenever I'm back home doing those, you know, traditions that we had with my family, you know, like starting my own ones. And that's definitely going to be like I don't know, not only the way that I decorate, but maybe things that I'll do with the animals. And then that'll be something I'll do every single year with them. And then things I'll do with my friends, and things we do every single year. Then it's like, so last year me and my friends went ice skating, so I'm gonna make it a priority, even though they didn't enjoy it, for us to go ice skating again. So then it's like something we do every single year for as long as we're friends. And with the animals, like, I can definitely find a couple Christmas markets to take Dolly to, because she loves other people and other dogs, and that might be a fun activity for me and Dolly. And then me and Bonnie could maybe go to like a quiet park where there's no other dogs around, so she's not being a little diva, and different things like that. And I really, my favorite Christmas memories, I would actually do like a video, and I think once my Christmas tree gets here, I'll be like even more festive, and I'll want to talk about these things. But one of my favorite memories as a kid is Christmas Eve, my nana and granddad taking me out on a walk. And I thought it was just innocent, like them taking us on a walk. They took us around their Christmas, like, neighborhood, not Christmas neighborhood, but their neighborhood during Christmas, and showed us the decorations. Then we walked to town, we walked around town, we saw the decorations, we saw the people last minute shopping, and that was one of my favorite things ever. And it only happened one year. I don't know why it only happened one year, but I was very young, and it makes sense because it allowed, I don't know who's watching this video, so I'm not going to say much, but it allowed my parents at the house to get ready for Christmas when we weren't there. So that was, a great memory. So I thought that it was just them wanting to go for a walk, and maybe it was, but it was, to allow my family, my mom and dad, time to, sort Christmas out back at the house, if you will. We never did it again. And then Christmas Eve for me now is, I don't even know why we're talking about Christmas. I guess just the Christmas tree spiked this conversation. Every Christmas Eve, I know my dad doesn't look at it as a tradition. He never really has, I don't think, but like, he would always deliver the presents to like our cousins or like our grannies, and I would always go in the car with him, and we would just like talk about Christmas every single year, like on that day. And again, I don't think he ever looks at it as a tradition because he never asks me to do it. I always have to be the one to ask him. But like, that for me now is like a new Christmas tradition. But I definitely want to create things for the end of year time that'll be things that I can do by myself, or so you're not like relying on other people as well at the same time. But also, I know a lot of people get really like pissed whenever people talk about Christmas before like Halloween or Thanksgiving if you're American. My mentality, especially this year, I'm loving Halloween this year. I'm watching so many Halloween movies, and I'm doing so many like festive things. I'm obsessed with pumpkins right now. Like, I want to go to pumpkin patches. Like, I am so festive for both. I don't want Halloween in my house, though. Like, I get it. I love it. I love seeing it when I'm out. I love a couple different, like, I last night just bought, like, a Coraline doll and a Nightmare Before Christmas set and a Corpse Bride set. And I love Halloween decorations that are things like that. But, like, you're not going to see me decorating my apartment with, like, pumpkins and shit like that. But I love seeing it in places when I go out. Like, I love seeing cafes that are decorated or restaurants. But I don't want it in my apartment. I want Christmas in my apartment, though, because that makes me feel happy. Halloween makes me feel happy, too, but just in different ways. I like seeing it instead of, like, doing it myself. I loved doing Christmas myself, kind of more so than seeing it. Like, I prefer my own Christmas setup than, like, seeing the, like, Christmas markets, which is very weird, I guess. So that's why, and this year I'm definitely celebrating Halloween harder than ever. But I just always think about Christmas. And so I'm always mentally celebrating Christmas from September 1st, if I'm going to be honest. This year has been a bit delayed for me. Like, I'm only really starting now, and it's October, and that's delayed for me. And the reason for that was because I just had so many things that I had to, like, mentally get through first. And now that I'm on the other side of that, I'm, like, very much so in it now. But my mentality is going to be all of October, my Christmas decorations are going to be up, or I'm going to be gathering them at least. They're going to be up November, December, and they're going to be down by mid-January. Actually, early January, because I don't like having my Christmas decorations up in January. It kind of makes me feel a little bit sad, because you're like, oh, another year until it comes. So I don't like keeping them up that long. And I also don't like when people keep them up all of January, because I'm like, like, let's move it on. Because whenever Christmas is over then, I'm like, all right, I'm done. And I don't talk about it until, like, July. But Halloween for me, I will be very much so hardcore Halloween all this month. I'm watching so many Halloween movies. I'm making Halloween pumpkin flavored stuff. I'm loving pumpkin scents. I'm loving everything about Halloween. I'm very Halloweeny this year. My apartment's just going to be decorated for Christmas as well, because if I'm going to spend money on Christmas decorations, I want them up for as long as possible as well. Like, I'm sorry. So that's the plan. I did want to let you know that the dogs are doing okay, which is great. The cats are doing okay, which is amazing. I'm doing good, and I finally feel peaceful again. That was a rough couple days. I got back on the 2nd, the 1st, and it's now the 5th, and I've been dealing with that until now, and it's finally okay. And I guess my advice to you would be careful on who you have look after your dogs, which is ironic because I had this person look after my dogs before and there was no problem. So it really is just like a gambling thing. But just be aware that if you have a dog sitter, whenever you get your dogs back, they could come back riddled with fleas and riddled with all these different other bugs. It's so frustrating and it's so annoying, but thankfully they're good now. Thankfully everyone's doing good. Thankfully the apartment's great. But it definitely took a lot of time and it took a lot of money. That was unnecessary to, you know what I mean? Anyway, I don't want to end this video off on a bad note, because I am, telling you everything that happened, but we are on the other side of it now and it is great and there's so many exciting things coming up. I enjoyed doing this video. I'm now going to write a couple scripts for the Shane series because I need to continue that and Frenemies as well. I have a really bad headache, but I don't want to take tablets. Sometimes I'm like that. I don't want to take tablets. Anyway, I love you. I will see you in my next one. Let me know how your day is going. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Mucker. I also just got these chocolate chip cookies. They literally slay. I have House Labs on right now. What do I think? Okay, I love you. Bye.